Hi everybody, Stephanie Kraft here. This video is about seeking help from non-twins if you are a twin flame or twin soul. So by now you already know that trying to talk to friends or family about this, or even professionals like therapists, counselors, intuitive readers, psychics, if they are not a twin themselves, they will probably do more harm than good for you. It can be very damaging to talk to people who don't get it, who don't understand, who haven't lived it, who have no frame of reference for what this is. And so I'm probably preaching to the choir, but I do want to emphasize that if you are trying to explain this to people and get support and understanding and compassion, it can be almost non-existent from non-twins. Some people do have a person in their lives who is compassionate and understanding and who can hold the space for them. They may not understand, but they at least are offering that kind of open-minded, open-hearted support. And if you are one of those lucky people who has found that type of support person, then that's wonderful. But if you feel alone in this and you feel like you don't have anybody to talk to, honestly, it could hurt you even more to try to explain it to people because of the bad advice that they can give you. Like, just try to forget about that person, or move on. Things that are actually impossible if you're a twin and not helpful. So, especially in the realm of professional therapists and counselors, the problem with going to somebody like that who is not a twin themselves is that they could misdiagnose you, and then lead you to believe that you have some kind of a mental disorder or even a personality disorder when it's actually not true. A lot of twins exhibit mental and emotional disorders that would typically be categorized that way and diagnosed. However, it's actually the twin flame experience, and it is not a mental disorder. So I'm going to make a separate video about that actually, because it deserves its own video. But I really just wanted to make a quick video to explain that even people who are like spiritual teachers and intuitives, you may think they're open-minded, but I actually was attacked pretty severely by a very prominent spiritual teacher, intuitive reader out, who's more of a public figure. She and I were collaborating. Collaborating is not really, well, yeah, we were collaborating. We had some ideas to share with each other. So we had about a 1.5 to 2 hour phone conversation one day, and offhandedly I mentioned I was a twin because it was a segue to another conversation. I wasn't even going to go into the topic of being a twin because that wasn't the point. And as soon as I said that, she started attacking me. I felt like I had been punched in the stomach. She pummeled me nonstop for, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes when I was just pretty defensive, just saying, look, I didn't ask for this. Obviously my soul did, but Stephanie didn't. This just was like a crowd, like a truck that crashed into my life. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't looking for it. And she was just saying, and I didn't say any details about my situation. The thing is that she must have had so many clients complaining to her about their twin flame journey, and so without my having shared one single detail of mine other than, oh, by the way, I'm a twin flame, and that was it. It set her off, and she started attacking me, and she was like, twin flames are so victim-y and obsessive and pathetic. I mean, she was cruel, and I was in total shock because here's this person who typically, normally, what I've seen from her is very loving, very compassionate, very open-hearted. And I hung up the phone and I was in shock. the feeling, it was a strong psychic attack because she's a very powerful, energetic person. And I had to keep releasing the shock of this and the feeling of having been kicked in the stomach. I honestly, I just couldn't believe what had just happened. And I thought about it and I thought, well, if I had told her that I had cancer, would she have yelled at me in the way that she did? Oh, you're so victim-y and obsessing. And she wasn't even talking about me. She was talking about all the other twins. Obviously, we all have such similar stories. We can all relate. And I kept trying to explain to her, this is something that happened to me. This is something that is happening to me. Anyway, you can't explain it to a non-twin. You will not most likely get any compassion, understanding, support, which is what you need. You need somebody who understands. And so I would just advise you to pretty much stop trying with non-twins. It can be very damaging and detrimental to you, on top of what you're already going through emotionally. So if you can just seek, I know there are plenty of helpers. I shouldn't say plenty, because if you're looking for somebody in person, for example, in your community, like a therapist or a friend, that can be really hard to find. But you can do your searching. You'll be guided. Ask your higher self to be guided to the right person, the right people, the right community. I'm not on Facebook, but you know, I hear that there are twin flame communities on there. A lot of them are closed and private. Go ahead and join them so that you can get the support that you need. Don't do this alone. But again, just wanted to make a quick video on please don't seek help, even from intuitives who are not twins. Actually, some of them are good and some of them get it, but most of them can't read twins. Most twins cannot be read by a non-twin intuitive. And again, there are some out there, so you know what, just use your discernment. Stick with what resonates. If it feels good, good. If it makes your heart drop and your stomach sink, you are not getting good advice or support or guidance. It should be uplifting and compassionate, and not attacking energy. We cannot handle that. We have enough. Twins are under siege on this planet, so stay true to your heart. Stick with what you know. You're not crazy. I'm about to make a video on that. See you later.